How is it that the NBA is 75% black? It's because they're better at basketball than white people generally are. It's not because
that's because of DEI.
No, oh really? What DEI? No, seriously. What DEI program or policy does the NBA have? Do they have a stated goal saying we're only going to hire black people? No, the NBA owners say we want the best basketball players, and they end up with a 75% black league. The NFL, it's a cutthroat business. They want the best possible football players. They end up with 50% of the NFL being a black league. We want the best. We want better. We don't care about the color of your skin. We want merit and we want excellence in this country.
Because during the Jim Crow era, when segregation was at its highest, when blacks had the fewest opportunities, guess what? They thrived. So even under the most oppressive era in modern American history, blacks did better. You want to know why? Because the family stuck together. We didn't have fatherless households. We had blacks that stuck together, that had communities, that built up stores, built up an infrastructure, and they did better in the 1960s with harsher conditions. To 2025, they have more rights than ever before. They have more access than they've ever had before. They cry about reparations even though they get affirmative action and a bunch of different federal and state benefits that people of other groups cannot get, yet they're still some of the worst performing. I wonder why. I'll tell you why. Because the state isn't your daddy. Nothing can replace a father. I'll take it a step further. You don't want the state to be your father because when they come to pick you up, there's permanent consequences. I always say a good dad keeps a son out of jail. Why? Because when he sees you smoking that reefer, what does he do? Because it's better that your dad punches you in the face for being a dumbass than the cops doing it. Because when the cops do it, you're going down for a felony. When your dad does it, you just get grounded in your room for a few days. See the difference? Your dad is the first line of defense to keep you from being a scumbag. Because if you get a felony conviction, guess what? Life gets a lot harder for you down the road.
We both want excellence, right?
Okay.
If you and I said, hey, we want 50% of the new people going in the NBA are white.
Okay.
Would the NBA drop in its standard?
No.
No.
The National Basketball League?
No, if we said 50%, if we say by
50% of the NBA dropped and it was only white.
No, I
you're
said
saying would the standard go down?
I'm not hearing what I'm saying. If 50% of all new people going in the NBA were white, by decree, would the quality of play of the NBA decrease?
Would the quality of play in the NBA decrease?
Yeah.
No, if they're the same standard of basketball play.
Hold on, let's talk realistic.
Well, what are you saying realistically? You're asking me if
75% of the NBA is black. 75%.
So does that mean white players are less better, or does that mean
whites are not as good at basketball as blacks?
Okay.
I mean, we got some big.
Everybody, calm down.
We got some big exceptions. I mean, we're very proud of Larry Bird. Okay.
No, he's good.
We're very proud of Luka and Nikola. However, the point being, let's implement DEI in the NBA. Okay. If all of a sudden 50% of all the players have to be white, which means they have to say no to otherwise good black players.
There was a time where this happened, right?
Well, no, I of course, and the league wasn't as good. That's the point.
No, you understand that there was a time where the exclusion of African-American players was in the NBA, right?
No, for sure. I acknowledge that. And the league got better as blacks were allowed in.
Did it get better, or did we just integrate ourselves in?
Well, hold on. No, but wait.
The players in the league averages around that time weren't worse. We just got better.
Hold on. Do you actually think that, why is it that 75% of the NBA is black?
Right now?
Yeah.
I mean, well, it was a certain point around 1965 where a law passed where we can actually...
Why is it that 75% of the NBA is black?
Because we integrated into the league.
No, because the best players are allowed to play in the NBA. Well, therefore, if the NBA said 50% of our players have to be white, I guarantee you, we could try to get as many Serbs and Croats as possible. It's not going to make the NBA the best league. Instead, the NBA has a policy of which the NBA and the FAA and the United Airlines should have the same policy. It doesn't matter the color of your skin. It matters how good you are at what you do.
Would you prefer a black guy or a white guy?
Black guy.
Black guy? What about you?
Black guy.
Black guy? And why is that?
I don't know how to treat a girl.
Yeah. They know how to treat a girl? Yeah. Better than a white guy, you say?
White guys are weird.
White guys are weird? Why are they weird? What did they do?
It's like they talk weird. Black guys are just cool. No hate.
Okay. Look, you guys like what you guys like. You feel me? It is what it is.
Everybody around the world copies African Americans and then yet disrespects them. GPS is a black woman. Well, 3D imaging is a black woman. Laser eye surgery is a black woman. Escalators a black inventor. Elevators a black inventor. The roller coaster, the cell phone, our video games is Jerry Lawson. Mary Van Brighton in 1966, she invented the home security. You're talking about open heart surgery, Daniel Hale, plasma, Charles Drew. We can keep going. Surgical equipment, black people inventing, just constantly inventing, and they took everything and lied. And black people are still thriving. Black women have the highest degrees in America. These are the same women that were operated on with no anesthesia, but they're number one in academics. Atrocities that African Americans have been through, I'm surprised we are this peaceful.
I just want to take a moment to recognize all of the brilliant black inventors out there who have made our world significantly better. We have black inventors to thank for things like the escalator, the elevator, the cell phone, and white people. That's right. A brilliant scientist named Yakub invented white people just over 6,000 years ago. We have black people to thank for our very existence. And we can thank black people too for inventing hockey. They made that for us. So let's take it to the streets and give thanks and praise.
Black New World Order is a theory that black men are superior than white ones, which is interesting because usually, there's racism against the black ones, right? But like this one is racism against white, saying that black men are better because they're bigger and they can make women happier all over the world. All women are searching for something big, and there's not a lot of men that can provide that, just black.
I just wonder, why do black singers sing so much better than white singers?
It's called seasoning, bitch. See, on the 7th day, God may have rested, but they didn't tell you on the 8th day that he rose again. He put all the uncooked people in a pot of hot grease, sprinkled on some Lori's seasoning, and after that he drained us, smacked our backs. And will always lose it. That's where that voice came from, okay? That's why there's 8 counts in music, because he woke up on the 8th day. That is why we sound so good, baby. Look at my cabinet, bitch.
Black people are better in every way. We excel in everything. We excel academically. We excel when it comes to sports. Why y'all think they want to study our brains and our bodies and steal our organs? Fundamentally, every way you can think of, black people are better. We sing better. We dance better. We look better. We cook better. Naturally. And they know this. And that is why they hate us. Racism is literally rooted in envy. Y'all wanted to emasculate black men because you saw how they looked. You were jealous of their stature and you felt intimidated by them. Y'all were jealous of black women because we have naturally curly hair, because we have full lips, because we're shapely. And the real reason they mad is because they have to work and train and do all the things to be what we are naturally. So many black boys and girls that are naturally crazy when it comes to sports excel tremendously academically without studying. They know this, and this is why they hate us. So we really have to stop asking ourselves, like, why do y'all make black people outcasts? Why do y'all hate us for no reason? It's not for no reason. They know and recognize who we are. They know and recognize that we have everything that they wish they had. Why you think they tanning? Why you think they getting lip injections? Why doing all this shit to look like black people? So racist people are really just funny to me because I know you're mad. You're jealous. You wish you looked like us. You wish you could do what we do. We excel creatively, literally in every way that I can think of. Black people are better, and that's not a flex. That's the facts. Y'all know it.
A lot of people are talking about the growing frustrations some white Americans feel over the economy, rising prices, and cost of living. In that conversation, there are also claimed that some white Americans are surprised to see many black Americans succeeding in business, education, or their career, despite the challenges they face. The bigger issue, Though, isn't that one group is doing better than the other? Is that millions of working Americans, regardless of race, are struggling. If people are angry because their life haven't improved, it's worth asking whether the political leaders they supported have actually delivered the economic result they expected. Black Americans have fought through generations of discrimination and barriers, and many have built successful businesses, earned degrees, and create opportunity for their family through determination and hard work. Those achievements deserve recognition, not resentment. At the same time, if voters expected political promises to lower costs, create better paying jobs, or improve everyday life, and expectations weren't met, it's reasonable for them to question those policies. Holding leaders accountable is part of democracy. Instead of blaming Black Americans for their success, the conversation should focus on policy that help all working families. Progress isn't a limited resources. One community succeeding doesn't require another community to fail. The real question is whether elected leaders are creating opportunity that benefit everyone, not just a few. Thank you.